Hello and welcome. In this video I'm going to focus on my planning section, which is the very first section in my planner setup. And it contains a monthly calendar with weekly boxes. I will explain in a minute. My weeklies, and for March that is week 9 to 13, so it's 5 weeks. And then I have a list of my projects for the month and my work next action contexts separated by different black and white tabs, and my home next action context separated by red and white tabs, although this one is not red and white at the moment. I don't know why. I haven't found the right washi tape, I think. And at the back of the monthly booklet I have my tracker. So the calendar spread, this is an overview of the month. Obviously I have put 5 weeks, and I divide my monthly spreads by the week. So as you can see, I have the 28th of February here, then the whole of March, and then the first 3 days of April. And in April, this spread will start on the 4th of April. Because since I switch out the front book all the time, every month, if I switch it out in the middle of the week to correspond to the month, so let's say that I would wait until tomorrow to switch to the March book, that would completely mess up my system, because the planning section is, you know, heavily based on the weeks. So I have week 9 to 13 here, and that's, you know, what I go on. And I also find that dividing it by the week makes me less likely to mess up when, like, for example, if I have deadlines that are based on weekly, well, I have 15 weekdays to do things. So for example, if I get a document here, I have 15 work days to give feedback on it, which means that I count 1, 2, 3 weeks and put the deadline for my feedback here. But if I have monthly calendars divided by the month, so I only have the days of March on my monthly spread, that increases the risk of me messing up the weeks when, you know, when these 15 work days go over the monthly, you know, when, say that I got the document here and I have to count April days as well, if I don't have my monthly calendars divided by the week, it's very easy to miss days. I don't know how to explain it, but it works for me. I'm sorry, this is getting muddled from the very start. Anyway, that's how I do it. I have color codes that I use, both for the month, so February is turquoise, March is pink, and April is a light green, but also for all my projects. And this is the same throughout my whole system, so if a project is red here, it's red in all the other places, like the project spreads, the Sunday maybe, the next action context, and so on. So because of that, I can easily see at a glance what is going on. Like, for example, I can see that there is quite a lot of this blue project, dark blue. There are many things I need to do pertaining to that project. And also here, there's a lot of this pink one, concentrated here during week 12, and so on. So that's just a way for me to quickly get a feel for the month, and also to not have to write every entry with the specific project, because the color signals the project, so I don't have to write which project it is. I can see which project it is based on the color. Another color coding thing I do is that I highlight the time specific things with a yellow highlighter, so I can see also at a glance how much I need to well, how many specific clock times I have to take into account. Like if there's a day, let's see, well, this one, I have 2 meetings that day back to back, so I know that the whole afternoon is sort of short and I can't expect myself to do much other work that afternoon. So outside of these meetings and these time specific things, I can plan my work quite independently. So if there's a day that's empty like this one, I know that I have no clock times to take into account. I can plan my day, but I also know that it will be full. It's just that I can pick and choose what to do. What else? Well, I fold the weekend days over like this because I don't need to see them. It's the working week that's important for me to see. I seldom have big things going on during the weekends, so this is where it's at. Also, I use Dutch doors for my weeklies and my next actions, so this is a way of using the whole page for my calendar because I have a lot going on, but also having this margin be visible when I'm on my Dutch doors. And why do I want that? Well, because for each week I have this weekly box where I write the big things, the big deadlines, things on the horizon, things I need to be aware of. So if I'm, happily working along on this week, I can see that next week is there's a big deadline. There are 2 big deadlines, and there's this meeting, and this will be handed in to me. So I know that there's a lot coming up. So I can't, put off the things I need to do this week because next week is full. And it really helps to have that visible at all times. And on this side I have the same thing, but for home. So work deadlines and home deadlines. And as you can see, this one is quite empty at the moment. Okay, so on my weekly spreads, on these Dutch doors, 1 spread per week, I always have the same layout. I've said this so many times, but this time I'm trying to, I don't know, it's part of the series, so I have to do it again. And you don't have to watch if you've seen it before. Anyway, I always have the same layout: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. It just works for me. I don't know why. And I have this line. This line should be on this side, but I messed up, so I put it here instead. And this is instead of boxes where I check off the things I have to do. So sometimes I actually do sort of draw little boxes, even though I don't have to, for these things that I need to do. Because when I check off, I won't do it now, but when I check off, this is the bills, by the way, when I check it off, it becomes part of this line. So when I've done everything I have to do during a day, the whole line, it's fully drawn, as it were. I've filled in the whole line. So that's my line of done for that day. And sometimes, even though I checked off all the things that are on the actual day, I keep 1 box not filled in if I haven't done everything on my tracker, because that signals to me that, you're not entirely done yet. Yeah, so when the week is done, these lines are completely filled in with gold. This side I use for brain dumps and sometimes daily lists, because I have days when I'm really confused and I need someone to hold my hand, and then I make dailies where it's like from 9 to 10 do this, from 10 to 10:15 take a break. I just have those days where I can't navigate in my own brain, and then I need this page to sort of keep me on track. What else? Well, I do the same here. I have the same color coding system. I use the yellow highlighter to mark the things that are time specific. And one thing about the color coding, I use this color, kind of purple, pinkish purple, for everything to do with home projects. So bills and doctor's appointments and birthdays, trash days, anything to do with home, I use the purple pen for, because it's not as important for me to keep track of different home projects and use the project color. They do have their own colors back in the back book, but not here in the planning section, because it just confuses me actually. For work it's really helpful, but for home it would just be too much for some reason. So that's how I do that. Okay, and I only put the things I actually have to do on specific days on the calendar and the weekly. The rest of the things I need to do go on the next action pages. And to begin with, I have this project list where I list the things I need to do this month. So these are, as you can see, they're also color coded, the same colors as on the calendar and the weekly. So this is just to get a feel for how much I have to do this month and which projects are sort of covered. And then come my next action contexts. And for work, the black and white ones, I have administration, and I've only put one item here, which is, as you can see, it's the same thing here, G&B. I have 2 documents that I need to listen to, so I've put to export them into VoiceDream, an app, a text-to-speech app. So I could also, oh wait, I'll just go through the headings of the context first, and then I'll pick up that thread. So I have contact, I have office, I have waiting for, check or look for, listen, gut grade, IQ list, feedback, write, film, brainstorm, and read. So the next step for these purple documents that I have to listen to is to put them in VoiceDream. But the next step, the second step, is to actually listen to them. So, and I've listened to these, so I'll mark them as done. I have the same line of done here as on the weekly. But I will put, since I am now planning out my month, or at least my week, the documents I have to listen to. But now I don't know. I have to check what they're called. Okay, so it's this one, and also this one. So these names correspond to the 2 different documents that I need to listen to. So first step, put them in VoiceDream. Second step, listen, put a gut grade, then check IQ stuff, which is my way of saying checking off like brainless things, like checking the spelling or checking that the format is correct, things that you don't need to be like in a good mood to do, or alert, or have a high energy level. That goes on the IQ list, and that's part of my work with these documents. What else? Well, I will need to, actually when all this is done, when I put a gut grade, when I've done the IQ list and done the feedback, I will need to administrate, I will need to report my assessment, to a specific place that we have in the office, you know, like a folder. So that's a final step. I've actually got the whole process now, from putting it in VoiceStream to, you know, all this, to reporting, and then I'm done. So that's the whole process. For this one, the turquoise one, I need to wait for a document to be sent to me. So I'll put that I'm waiting for it, and when I get it, I will put it in VoiceStream. But I won't put that on, I won't put the next steps until I get it, because then it looks like I need to do it now, but I just put it there. And when I get the document, I put the next steps. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. What about the blue one? Well, I need to put them all into VoiceStream, just like the purple project. And then I need to listen to them all, and now I have to check again to see what I've got. Well, no, I'm in the wrong place. I'm sorry. Oh no, it's... Well, I won't do it now because boring. But I will put all the names of the documents that I need to listen to. I think there's 24 of them, so you don't need to see that. But I will put them there so that I know, I can get a feel for, I can see at a glance how much I need to do, how many documents there are. This I am still waiting for. So I'll put it here on the waiting for context. And I won't put the other steps until I've got the documents. These are 4 documents that I need to listen to and assess. So again, a lot of this is the same. It goes into VoiceStream, and then I need to listen to them. And what are they called? They are called VE and FT, I think. POHL and FM. And yet another one. I'll put it here first since I'm on this page, but I need to put another document into VoiceStream. This is getting really repetitive, but this is my work. I listen to a lot of documents. So yeah, I have the whole process, and same with the red one as the oh wait. When I've done all the steps with the blue one, I need to report what I found in those documents, and also the red one into a document plus a special website where we report stuff. So that's the whole process for them as well. And the green one is the same. Is this a boring video or what? there. But this is something I rarely give myself permission to do, or like I'm too lazy to put all the steps in my context, my next actions. So it's really good that I actually force myself to do it now, because it is good to get a feel for how much it involves. Sometimes I tend to forget steps and then they take more time than I think they'll do, and I can even forget reporting, you know, when I'm done. Not good. So, this pink one I'm actually waiting for again, so I'll put that on the waiting for list. Quiz questions. Well, I've already put check for or search for questions, so that is the next step. I will need, it's the check and search for context, and after that I will need to, actually I'm going to use a slightly different green because it's a different project from this light green. On administration I need to put together the quiz. And I need the questions, I need the dates, and other sort of things that I need to do. Okay, red one, let's see which one it is. I have two different reds and they're very similar, but this one is darker. So first thing I need to revise this document and then send it to two people. So the first thing I need to do is to, I guess, brainstorm how to revise it. So brainstorm and then write instructions for the new instructions for something. Then put those instructions on a website. And finally send the new instructions to two people. And after that, I guess I am done. There's a lot of other things I need to do for that project as well, the dark red one. So I'm gonna have to refer to this page in the back book, the project section for work. Let's see, well, there's this website I need to really organize, and I need to structure some things, and it involves quite a lot of stuff that I've put on my project page for this project, and I don't think I'm going to break it down into next actions now because it's too much. It will bore you to tears if you're not already not here anymore. Maybe I'm talking to no one, who knows. So more listening that I need to do. So I need to put the brown document into voice stream and then listen to it. And then report the results. That one I've already put, CH. An assessment or an evaluation I need to do. Well, I don't know how to do this, so I'll have to put something with a question mark here. Can you export? Export evaluation, question mark. And for this one, I actually can't do this yet. I need to wait until when? I don't remember. When because the evaluation needs to close before I can do anything with it, so I need to check how long it's open for. And I'm doing that on my computer on the side here. Let's see. Oh, the 26th of March, that's when it closes. All right, well, then on Monday the 28th, I can export it. So I won't put it on the next action context yet. I will only put it as, because it's time specific, I have to wait until a specific date to do it. So, yes. Okay. That's kind of all of this broken down into next actions. I could take a look at my home next actions as well. I don't know, there's nothing really like, there's nothing I really need to do right now, so I think I'm gonna cut myself some slacks. I'm gonna cut myself some slack for now, because I've been ill, and I don't want to sort of structure my free time just yet. But there are some things I've already put on these next actions. I have a context for my husband, that is things I need to discuss with him or do with him. Other people, check, brainstorm, find or gather or move, which has to do with the house, you know, moving things around in the house or finding stuff. Creative stuff, fixing, like, for example, if something is broken, you glue it together, things of that nature. Planner stuff, this list always becomes full. Online stuff, computer/print, errands in my home, in my village, errands in town. So there are things I need to buy, for example, on these lists. And well, I could just, I have this, I have a lot of broken jewelry that I thought the first step is to, because I have on my someday maybe list, actually, in the very back, let's see, where do I have my clothes tab, because jewelry and clothes are the same thing. Here, on clothes, someday maybe projects for clothes. Mend jewelry. So a first step towards that is to gather all the broken jewelry, because I don't really have an overview. I don't know which ones are broken, so if I gather them all in one sort of box, at least I know what I'm working with. So that's the first step towards doing that. Another one on find, gather, move is take down, we'll take a painting downstairs, because we have a lot of paintings that we haven't hung yet, and there's this big room that we'd like to hang them in. So I'm gonna bring down one of the paintings and see if it fits. You know, start with one instead of viewing this project as overwhelming. Oh, all these paintings. Well, no, start with one. And also there are broken paintings, like the frames are broken, so in order to start mending them, I'm thinking, well, gather them all in another room. So same idea as with the jewelry. What else? Well, there is on the check context, I have, because I'd like to give my husband, I hope he doesn't watch these videos, but I'd like to give him something for his birthday, but I don't know what he's got yet. So I'm going to check that he hasn't got this thing. Yeah, and here on brainstorming, I have this project to do with crafting, where I'd like to sell off some of my stash that I'm not using, like for example bookmarks featuring babies. I don't use them, but other people probably think they're super cute, so I'm gonna sell them. But I mean there's such a lot of stuff and it's really overwhelming, so I think the first step is to make a list of different elements to include in a like in a kit to sell. So I'm gonna think, you know, I need some colored paper, some pattern paper, some maybe doilies, bookmarks, you know, different what's it called? I want to say aspects, that's so not the right word, but different elements. I said that already. Why did I forget? Well, never mind. And when it comes to my husband, we have this gift card we need to use, so we need to book a dinner to, you know, use it up. I need to ask him about other things to do with presents, because I have no idea what he has, and I need to just subtly investigate. And we also need to tackle this really big project where we have to remove some furniture from a room in our house, and we need people to come in and help us because it's a big deal. So we need to break down that project into really small chunks, because otherwise we will never do it, and we want to do it. So it's up to me to sort of GTD the hell out of that project. So yeah, that's kind of how I break down my projects, and I think I've gone through everything you need to know, and that leaves us with the tracker, which I've just started filling in because today is the first day in my new book, my new front book. And I take my temperature every day, and you know at what time I woke up. Cardio. I'm longing to do cardio again. I want to, you know, have a go on my, I want to cycle on my exercise bike, but I've been ill. I think it's COVID, and I'm so afraid to start. I'm afraid to start too early. So I'm longing to do it, but I don't know. Am I well enough? Who knows? Exercise, you know, like workout, strength, stretching, other stuff to do with cleaning. I try to clean a room a day, or do something in each room every day, but I've completely fallen off the wagon while I was ill. So the whole of February was just shot to hell. We did nothing, and we have this thing where we do a quarter of an hour of sort of visionary organization of the house every day, and we've done nothing during February. So hoping that March will be different. And I also want to do the dishes every day, wash the dishes. That's the kind of thing I struggle with. Other things I can do, but the dishes, that's just, I hit my competence ceiling at once. I don't know, is that enough to explain my planning section? I think it is. So that's it for this video. And see you all in the next one, when I will be talking about memory keeping.